Hey folks, it's Bishopheals from the ECF Forums and also Vape TV. How you guys doing today, baby? I'm here today because we're going to be talking about a fabulous addy, a wonderful addy. Forget about it. It's going to be released this Monday, and it's going to be the Gigi brand new addy, the Tilemahos right over here, man. This thing is out of this world. I mean, out of this world. I kid you not. Now, so good, I had to get two. I got two of these bad boys over here. Forget about it. Now, that's because they're both different. Yes, they're both different. But you know what? For $105, I mean, you're getting GG quality. GG quality for $105. Forget about it. We got here, check this out. This one right here, okay, this one that's in my hands has its own AFC channel right here, okay, which you can adjust the draw. Yes, you can manually adjust the draw externally. Yes. Now, on top of that, guess what? Look at that. It is sealed. Sealed brass. Sealed brass. Sealed brass. Oh, forget about it. Look at that. Oofa. Now, what's good about this? You're not going to worry about leakage, bro. I'm going to tell you that right now. There is no leakage issue. None whatsoever. None. So, no leakage. Now, the other one. What's so different about that one? Well, there is no AFC channel. Look at that. Yes. For the old school, they still want it a little bit more hotter. There you go. So you have air control only from the actual device. Yes. If you're putting it on the Asteragon, okay, you have the AFC channel right over here. Okay, so you can adjust the air control. If you're putting it on a GGTS, the same exact thing. You can control it through there on the device. Or if you're putting it on the Just GG, oh yeah, baby, you can control it from here too. Oofa. Now, if you don't have none of that, that's okay because it also works on the stealth cap. Yes, it does. It works on the stealth cap. Awesomely, I tell you. But I have them both. I'm going to be setting up a coil. We're going to be working on the one which is the sealed one, okay? I love this one. Ooh, I just totally love it because the reason why I love it is because I don't have to worry about condensation on the contacts. Yep. For your serious sub-ohm vapors out there, you know how it is. If you actually get any condensation on your contacts, you know, it kind of loses the low drop. So it's a plus. It's a major plus to make sure it's sealed. I love it sealed. But I also use it both because, hey, I also have the unsealed. Yes. And let me tell you, I've been hitting them side by side, and they've been fantastic. But today we're going to be taking them apart, and we're going to take a look at them close up and personal. Oofa! Okay, so we have the two addies right here. Okay, we're going to take a close look at the one which is the sealed one first. Now, these addies are going to be available this Monday. Yes, this Monday amongst all three GG resellers, which is going to be Mr. Fluminati, FluidVapor themselves, Bitfum, and also E-Smokeguru. Yes, all three of them will be actually having them available online on their website as of this Monday. Now, this is the tank piece. This is the upper cap. As you can see, this is a lot larger than what we actually expected versus a Penelope. Okay? Matter of fact, there's a Penelope right here in front of me, so you can actually see the difference. Okay? You definitely have a bigger size tank. Now, with that said, here is the mouthpiece, which is single mouthpiece. So you'll be actually using the same mouthpiece. You cannot use your own drip tip to attach it. It is stainless steel. Okay? And look how narrow that hallway is. Ooh, the tasty vape, I can tell you. Ooh, how that's going to be tasting. Now, this is the inside, okay? This is how it's actually going to come, okay? You're going to have the base already pre-installed on. This is how it looks. You get two poles, okay? And you have the center pole right there, okay? Now, from here, this is where the draw is going to be coming from, directly from the center and from the sides. So if I remove the AFC channels, you can see it has two O-rings. Yes, two O-rings, okay, for resistance. Now, being I already just finished washing this out, it's going to be a little bit of water, but that's okay. I just finished washing it out, so I'm going to be building you a fresh coil. But this is the size as far as the AFC channel, okay, and you get two of them, okay? Now, the other great thing about this is that Emil finally used CNC engravings. Oh my gosh, man. He finally used CNC engravings. Look at that. Look at that. These things are deep. I mean, totally deep. Okay, which is totally great, I tell you. Totally great. Now, if you do choose, as far as if you want to remove this from the base, it's no different from the new rebuildable part on the Ithaca. Okay, it's about the same exact thing. What I like to use like a steel rod like this, or you can probably use like a Phillips screwdriver. Just put it right there on the side channels, and then you can actually turn it and seal it in. Now, when you do that, you want to make sure that you actually stick out. Oops, you want to stick out a little bit of this 510. As you can see here, I have it a little bit sticking out. Okay, and that's about it. Now, when I change the coils, when I remove the coils, believe it or not, I don't even remove this base at all. I don't need to. I just leave it on here. Okay, I just leave this baby on here. Okay, and remove the coil, wash it out, tap hot water, let it run right through. I give it a nice little blow. Forget about it. Oofa. This thing is kicking ass again, baby. That's for sure. And then you just wrap another coil. Now, I've been doing that consecutively for the last week, and I haven't had any issues. However, if I do get a weird taste, which I have not yet, then I would actually have to remove, this compartment from the base and to wash it out fully. Okay, so if you really want to see the inside of that, I bet you do. You're gonna need like some kind of rubber gloves. Okay, like I just use like the regular yellow dishwashing gloves, and I pinch the base. I hold the base with it. Okay, so much easier to do that. And when I do that, I take a rod. Okay, and then I right away start unfastening it. Okay, like so. So I just do that. Now, the reason why I do this is because the O-rings keep it so sealed, okay? It's so sealed that I'm going to show you. See? This is what it looks like, okay? So, being that I just washed this out, it's totally washed out. Okay, but now you can actually see it up close and personal. So, what we have here is we have two O-rings. Let me focus that a little for you. And come on, camera, focus. There we go. So you have two O-rings, as you can see here. The base O-ring, which is right over here. Okay, and this you just want to make sure it's just hand screwed, which is the torque. Okay, but this is all one piece. Okay, so you can wash this whole entire thing out in hot water. Of course, I'll be doing another video taking this whole thing apart, and showing you that way. But when you get it new, the only thing what you need to do is just flush it in hot water, and that's about it. You don't even need to remove this from the base. There's really no need to remove it. I'm not kidding you. There is no need. The only thing is, if you do get a funky taste after you're like washing it, then you would remove it, wash it out in hot water. And that's about it. When you do that, just like what I did, it was just I flushed that in hot water with the base on. So I just finished drying it up. But as you can see, there are threads inside. Okay, there you go. Okay, and unlike the Penelope or the Odie, this is how short the channels are. Okay, so you only need a very little wicking altogether as far as on the sides. That's it. Okay, and when you put this on, you can, if you like, you can put some O-ring grease here. If you want to, help it to screw down a little easier. But when you start doing this by hand, like I'm doing it right now, okay, and this is pretty much I get until my fingers are about to, get threaded, and I still need to keep screwing down. So this is why I use a glove. Okay, something with rubber material, okay, which will help me hold it down. So now what I do is I take the actual rod and I turn it clockwise like so. Okay, and I just keep going until I can't go no more. Okay, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Okay, done. So as you can see now, see the 510 is already sticking out a little bit, and that's it. That's all what you need. Okay, so now you already saw the inside of the base. Okay, So with that, now we can get started over here. Oofa, forget about it. So now you want to make sure that these two holes, see these two holes on the sides, are parallel. Okay, running parallel on the side channels. Okay, it'll make your job a whole lot easier, because then when we're going to mount the coils, we can just actually put the rod right on top. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the base. Now, this one's using its own AFC channel. So for this one, okay, I'm thinking, you know, I want to keep it sub-ohm, but not way sub-ohm. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loosen out the two screws. See if I can focus that. Okay, so loosen out the two screws just a little bit. Now, I'm going to use 25 gauge Canton wire. And we're going to do about 5 wraps. And this is on 2.5. That's 3. That's 4. And that's 5. So we're using 25 gauge Canton. And this is a quite simple build that I'm going to be doing right now, because the complicated builds will be coming later. Yes, sir. I got a ton load of builds that we're gonna be playing on this addy. But first, I gotta keep it nice and simple for the people that are thinking of getting this for the very first time, a Gigi device. This is so extremely affordable. I mean, it's $105. I mean, you know, we end up paying like $125, $120 for the Filipino addies, let me tell you. And some of them are pretty much, you know, it's like a shot in the dark. Some of them are good. Some of them just sucks ass, you know, if it's the screws and this and that. And you're getting here, the difference is GG quality. GG machining quality. You can't beat this. And at $105, smack, as I tell you. Now, this is how simple it is to mount this. On the rod, this is 2.5. Okay, this rod is 2.5 in diameter and size. And this is all what you do. You put it right on. Look at that. Voila. Okay, once you put it on just like that, the only thing what you need to do right now, you take a pair of pliers, okay, and snake it around the two screws, like so, okay. And what I'm going to just do right now is start tightening the screws. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the wire down with my thumb, okay, as I press down on here. I'm going to start tightening. Well, first let me make sure it's tight. Yep, it's tight now. I didn't have it tight before. Okay. Now what I can do is see if I can zoom that in for you. It's zoomed in as much as I can get it, but let me focus it. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tighten. Okay. So this part is tightened. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the tail off. Now, as far as on the other side, what I'm going to do is, being that I want to do micros, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lift up the wire, and as I lift up the wire, I push down. I'm just squeezing it just a little bit. There we go. Turn it around. What? Come on. Squeezing it just a little bit, turning it around, as you can see. And as I hold the wire down, I screw it tightly. Now what I do is I cut the tails. And this is how she looks. See that? So that's how simple it is. You know, that's how simple it is. See if I can focus that a little bit more. There we go. Okay, very, very simple. Now what I like to do is I like to just squeeze the excessive small little tails up to the actual screw. That's it. And then what I do is I slowly remove the rod. Make sure it's balanced. It's right in the middle. And there we go. Okay. Now what we can do is we can actually do a quick dry burn. And I'm going to be pinching the wires together, forming as a microcoil. Put in the battery. Put in one of my Orb 25s. Best thing you can put on these Asterigons. And I'm using the one without the nipple. Yeah, it doesn't have a nipple. So here we go. Look at that. Now what I do is take some ceramic pliers like this. And then what I do is, as I'm firing it, okay, this is what I do. I gently squeeze it together as I'm firing it. Just like that. So it doesn't pop my coil. And this is what it looks like. Look at that. Beautiful. Forget about it. Right in the center. It's not touching the poles. It's beautiful. Now what we can do is put the safety on. And just to show you where I'm at, and this is 0.43 ohms. You see that? 0.43. Now, as I said, this is 25 gauge. This is simply 5 wraps. That's it. And this is ideal. I kid you not. Totally ideal if you put this on the Asterigon. Now, the reason why I say ideal is because it's stainless steel. Okay? So, if you put anything below this number on brass, like I tried putting it on my Stealth, okay, on my brass, and it was like really hitting me a little bit even warmer than expected. But on my Asterigon, it's totally great. So now what I need to do is add cotton. Yes, I'm going to be using Japanese cotton for this build. I do not like to use Celu cotton, rayon cotton. I have tried it. I was not very pleased with it, but I do love Japanese cotton. So it's going to be Japanese. Here we go. So I cut a very nice little layer. Like so. And then what I'm actually going to be using for this is I'm going to be using Island Cucumber. Yes, from FluidVapor. Forget about it. Great juice. Let me tell you, it's one of the new ones. It has cucumber in it. So what I like to do is I just like to soak up just a little bit onto the sides. Just like that. And then what I do is I snake it right through. See that? Okay. Snake it right through until there's a little bit of resistance. Just like that. And this is what I'm going to do. Take a pair of scissors. I cut up to the channel. Okay. So, like that. Same thing on the other side. Okay, now, once that's done, this is what I do. Check it out. right? This is what I'm going to do. I got it on lock mode. And what we're going to do is we're going to separate the two sides. Yes, the two sides. So what I'm going to do is gently do this. Split them. See that? I'm splitting it. Reason why is because of this. The bottom one, the one on the bottom, I don't know if you can tell, but do you see that? What I'm doing? I'm separating 2 layers of cotton right now. You see that? See that? I don't know if you can. There we go. Now you can see it, okay? So I'm separating 2 layers of cotton. What I'm actually going to be doing is the bottom layer right here, this bottom part, I'm going to snake it onto the Addy's deck. The top layer, I'm just going to push it down to the channel. Okay? So quite simply put, I'm going to take this bottom piece, snake it, there we go, right into the cup, into the deck, and then the top part, okay, see that? Just the top part, I'm going to let it fall very neatly onto the side, okay? So now let me do the other side. The other side I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to split the two. See that? I'm splitting the two. I'm going to take the bottom one, put it in, leaving the top. I'm going to be bringing it down onto the channel. There we go. So you can see that now, right in there. See that? I put the wick right inside. See that? Right there. And here too. Okay? They're inside. See that? Okay? They're totally inside. Okay? As well as outside. There's a strategy to that. It actually improves in flavor, and also when you're dripping, like if you want to drip, then the excess juice that falls inside the base, you can actually grab it. The wicking will actually do its job and wick it. Okay? So that's really the advantages. So now, let's add some juice. And as I actually start moisturizing the side channels, I make sure that the wicking inside has juice as well. And I kid you not, folks, this thing is so delicious. I mean, the way this addy works is just unbelievably well. Let me just snip just a little bit off the edge here. Okay, doesn't need that much wicking. Okay, there we go. So, now that's done. Now I'm going to put the mouthpiece on. Now, you got to be careful because these are all new threads. So what I like to do is I just go back and forth a little bit. And then what I do is, believe it or not, for this addy, okay, I found it that when you're actually filling the tank, remember back in Ithaca, Penelope, Odie, we used to close all this down, okay? Believe it or not, on this one, I don't seem to have that issue. Like, I actually leave it about, let me show you. I leave it about this much open. I'm going to show you. Watch this. I'm just trying to grab the threads. There we go. So, right there. That's it. Voila. I leave it up to there, okay, as I'm vaping. And when I go to refill it, I really don't close this all the way. I just leave it about halfway open like this. Put the tank on. And it doesn't flood for me. For apparent reason, it doesn't flood for me. But, you know, the amount of space that you have there, you see that? It's very, very minimal, okay? If you have this completely open, okay? But I just bring it down a little bit. And what I do is let's start filling it. Start filling it. And as you saw, I did not close this mouthpiece all the way down. Come on. Okay. And let's have a vape. Okay, so I have it on here. It's on the Asteragon, okay? On the Asteragon. This is 0.4 ohms, okay? 25 gauge, okay? Canto wire, 5 wraps on 2.5s, okay? Let's give this a go. Let's give it a go, baby. Now, I have the AFC channel completely open, okay? It's not using the one that's on the Asteragon because this one is the sealed, okay? This one's the sealed. Emil, what the fuck did you do, Emil? Oh, man. Emil, this thing is outstanding. The amount of plumes, the flavor, the taste. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. It's a brand new wick. I still gotta break it in. I'm just gonna add a couple more drops in the top. But this thing is just... It's hitting like a badge of cinnamon titties, man. Oof-ah. Unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. Just... I'm stoked. Totally stoked. I mean, Tilemahos, let me tell you, this thing is just outstanding. Totally. Not bad for 0.4 ohms, man. Oh, man. You know, and I still gotta break in this cotton. Oh, man. Totally. But, you know what, guys? I'm just in shock. I'm in a loss for words. For the very first time, I'm actually a loss for words on an addy. On an addy that's an addy tank, okay? That can blow this much plumes, get so much flavor. I mean, it's just unfreaking believable. And let me tell you, the price, you can't go wrong with the freaking price. $105 for crying out loud. $105. Emil, I gotta give it up to you. Now, I do have it with air control. Hold on, excuse me. You know, with all those plumes, my nose is already completely moisturized right now. Totally, all this moisturized, man. Shit. I mean, the amount of moisture that this thing's pumping out is just unbelievable. Not a dry hit. There are no floodings, no floods as you can see. Okay, remember this is a sealed 510 Addy. See that? Sealed. So, and I can do this. No juice. Look at that. No leakage. No leakage. No leakage. No leakage. That's what I like. No leakage. Unbelievable. 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 Well, I'm going to be doing another video with more challenging coil builds. There is one in particular that I do enjoy, which I'm going to be mounting it on there. And I'm going to be doing it also on the one which is the unsealed. I didn't want to make this video really, really long, showing, two different builds at the same time. I wish I could. People will kill me because it'll be too long. But, I just wanted to keep the video short, show you a very simple build for a novice that's getting onto this. It's so simple to do. Like I said, get yourselves some 25 gauge Canton wire. Forget about it. Mwah. And if you have 28 gauge, boy, I got something nice for you if you got 28 gauge. So that's coming up later. But on Sunday, I will show you the build live on Vape TV. As far as using it on the unsealed, I'm going to be doing a special coil build on that one. So, if you guys want to come and see me, you can see me on vapetv.com. I'll be there at 9 o'clock p.m., okay, East Coast time. And I'll be happy to show you as far as on the Addy, as far as to make that special coil build. But with that, I'm going to keep this video short. Live hard, baby, and vape hard. Oofa!